Yo, what is good, my anime faithful? What is good, yo? So I have some very, very happy thoughts coming for Naruto, seeing how we are finally in a position where it feels like this story is actually progressing and not just standing still in one area of the time zone, but now that it looks like the vessel the person who we've been seeing in the opening is about to be revealed, and I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty exciting because this character has been teased since literally episode 1 of Boruto. Think about that. Episode 1, we knew about a character that we're just now about to see. We didn't even see on screen. We might see on screen 180 episodes later. That's crazy. So it kind of is like not all that important to know how long it's been since, he was showcased and whatnot. But it's still really fun to think about because it gives you a very broad spectrum of what the anime can do with something that is already pretty much happened, right? Like, from what I'm understanding, people already told me this is, the stuff that actually has taken place in the manga. So, with that being said, it automatically puts you in a position where things are going to start being a little bit more linear towards that aspect of the storytelling. But as soon as I saw the previews, it almost looked like took us straight up out of it already, right after they just gave us something. So I'm really not putting it past Boruto to still give us some in between stuff that has nothing to do with what we just saw on the flying blimp and all that stuff like that, because they can easily, oh, that was sick. They can easily just do what they're doing for all the episodes that didn't have anything to correspond or correlate with this overall, and just give us what they feel is necessary for the time being, because mangas and animes have become very, very synonymous with either messing up something relatively hard, like going way too close to the source material. So if you do have to take a break, it's mostly due to your own speed and your own process of getting the episodes out, not having enough time for the actual source material to, have a good chunk ahead of you. Then all of a sudden you start guessing through what you should already have confirmed instead of just guessing. And I think that's where Boruto has excelled in the case of staying away from the manga and doing things its own way, all the way up to this point, which supposedly is manga related material. So that's the type of stuff we should be really getting a good understanding about now that we have confirmation of just who is being transported, this vessel of Chigans, and supposedly this vessel being Kawaki, from what I can understand, right? Like, there's no other person that they have been showcasing more than Kawaki for like the last three openers, or at least two. I know he's shown up for two to three. So that is very exciting. I hope Boruto actually excels as a show to a point where where you can say, "Oh yeah, did you see Boruto?" And people are like, "Oh, you mean that trash show?" Like, there's gonna be a point where it's unrefuted that it's not the worst thing ever. Sure, there's going to be guides and ways to skip all the filler and get straight to the action and get straight to the plot and whatnot. but I don't think that hurts Boruto as much as some fans might think it would. Like, there's some diehard people out there that be like, you know what, just watch everything. Like, all the characters' growth, some of the characters from Shippuden getting backstories and further growth and stuff like that is all really cool. But some people don't really care about it, right? And to be fair, as long as the show gets some publicity from multiple upon multiple people, it just puts it in a bigger light in general. Like it just makes that much of a chance of the author, the people who are creating this to get some recognition or to even get risky because you got to remember that Super only truly shine or not shine. Let me take that back. Super only got Vegito blue because of the person who was helping write it. From interviews, literally, uh, uh, the creator of Dragon Ball was not going to use a fusion in the Goku Black arc, so he saved that, right? Like he's like, nah, we should have Vegito Blue. We haven't even had a fusion, let alone a fusion God's transformation, and he's like, that's gonna be the first fusion, Vegito Blue against Murasumatsu, who still to this day should have just stayed Goku Black and battled it out, seeing how he was getting strong. But I digress. Boruto, I really just hope they use stuff like that because of the people who actually are helping, make this a new thing. Not to mention, I heard that the old author came back and actually wrote a recent chapter prior to this episode being out. Literally, a chapter was written by, Kishimoto himself. So, or at least he worked on it. That's enough to make the story even feel probably remotely different as well. So many good things are coming in the future, and I am very much looking forward to seeing what people are thinking of Boruto in the end of the series, especially seeing how the things are picking up relatively quickly in the anime. So with that being said, peace.